So, Shiny Hunters, it's been a pretty well rested night. All of you are in your respective bedchambers. Um, I'd say the first person to awake would be Akta. The scent of heavily salted meats fills the air of your tent in Section B of the Mercenary Guild in Artisana of Jeroch. As you smell the meat in the air, you can't help but just kind of very cartoonish-esque kind of follow the scent trail into the main quarters. As you enter the main quarters, you can see what appears to be a leatherback sea turtle, a very anthropomorphic leatherback sea turtle exiting your tent as she says, "Well, goodbye now. I hope you enjoy your food."
Meat! She's going to shove this turtle out of the way
Oh,
and
oh, well,
sit down at the table.
oh, well, you don't gotta be rude about it. You can, all right. Just she kind of looks at you,
Goodbye,
scared. No,
turtle!
oh boy, and she walks out. She kind of like grabs the cloth of the tent and holds it in front of her.
Why turtle so shy? Okta will grab her plate of meat and shove it all in mouth.
Um, the noise of this, the pure noise of this temerity, it kind of activates your fight or flight. As in the middle of the night, you think there's a wild animal in the tent with you guys.
Okta burp.
God! Wait, what's going on? There's nothing here. Oh, Ekta? That
So,
you?
in your bedchambers, you can smell the heavily salted meats. But what does your bedchamber look like? What does Temerity's bedroom look like?
Well, Tammy has a bed to sleep in, but he prefers to sleep on a bedroll on the floor because he feels more comfortable for him. He, he has a pile of dirty pants on top of his empty bed, and his room is extremely disheveled and it has no order whatsoever. But he prefers it this way because it feels like it gets messy eventually anyway. So why would he have to clean it?
Hang on.
But he also has a little wood doll in the corner of his room that he carved himself. But he's kind of scared of it because he thinks it's watching him, which is kind of weird. But
So you're telling me that Temmie has a bed and he sleeps on the floor?
yes, yes, he does because he it just feels comfortable for him sleeping on a bedroll.
All right. Fair enough. With all the noise that's going around in your tent, Tazdar, I'd say you were working on an invention the night before and you kind of fell asleep on your table, kind of wrapped in a blanket. Either Okta or Temerity kind of covered you with it before going off to bed. You kind of like wake up and hit your head on the lamp that's kind of like on the side of your desk. And as per morning ritual, you know that the rest of the shiny hunters are awake.
I'm gonna rub my eyes.
Okay.
Oh, I had a bad dream.
I'd say Okta, you do hear that.
Okta will rush up from chair and run away, and chair fall over with such, because of such strong intent and willpower. She ran over to Tazdar room and break down door. Taz, you have bad dream. Okta will suck it out ear for you.
Oh, don't touch me. He's
She's
gonna be
going
like
to
rubbing his head.
She's going to be jumping over to the end of his bed.
Temerity, do you have a full
And-
plate of food to yourself? Okta's gone, and like a hyena, you got the scraps.
Ah, of course she makes it first in me, but it's whatever. I mean, I get what I get, so it's whatever. And then he just sits down, and then he just eats whatever's left,
That's it.
and he's content with it.
A lot of bones. And
A lot of
there's
bones.
a few vegetables. None of them are taken. None of them.
Ah, well, I guess I have to make do. And then he just takes everything and shoves them down his throat. Oh, it tastes so disgusting.
Back then, Asdar.
Okta will kneel down at end of Taz's bed. Taz, you have bad dream. Okta not touch, okay?
It was just bad.
Okay. Can Okta hold your little hand? And she's going to hold out her finger.
No.
Okta will crawl out of room and back to living quarters.
As you're sulking and going back into the living quarters, you see Temerity struggling to finish his breakfast. At this point, you do hear a ding, ding.
Mail? Okta will rush out of tent.
Okay. As you rush out of the tent and you go to this large red mailbox that could fit a small humanoid inside of it, you do see that the little flap on it is lifted up to indicate that you guys got something.
Ooh, Okta will open it. Gimme your little shiny, Mr. Goblin.
So you open up the mailbox and you hear, "All right, so here's what's gonna happen." And for the first time, you see your mail goblin, Reginald, as he steps out, and you can see this sort of old-looking male goblin. He has a kind of like bald hair, a comb over, to make him look a little more attractive in the goblin society around here. You can see he's wearing just overalls with pants. He has no shirt underneath. He's kind of rocking the Temmie look, as he
Oh
says.
yeah, handsome man.
Oh yeah.
So handsome. Oh.
He says, "So here's how it's gonna go. I've been giving you your mail for how long already, Akta?"
Sorry, just the way he sounds. How tall he is.
I'm about 3 feet, give or take. As he says 3 feet, you can see he's definitely added about 8 inches to his height.
Oh.
He's pretty small.
Okay, Mr. Goblin, Okta, listen.
But here's the
You
deal.
give me mail for some many moons. Smile.
Well, whatever you just said. Now let me get to the point. Now, I've been giving you your mail for about, give or take, my natural goblin life. And you've never once asked my name, or even given me a tip. So here's what's gonna go. You got 3 pieces of mail. All of them will give you a pretty good shiny. But me, I hid them somewhere. And you ain't gonna get these pieces of mail back until you do a quest from me. You understand?
Okta is listening, but she is only considering, okay?
Well, how about this?
Both are to me the leaky, and Okta will decide if she will do it or not.
I propose it to your team. But consider this. If you don't do it, you don't get any more mail. No shinies. What are you gonna do about that?
Okta will go door to door like salesman and ask for a quest.
Taz is gonna waddle out and try to look in the mailbox.
Taz, you are much taller than this goblin, as he looks up at you and goes, "Whoa! Oh, it's big. It's felt like it's bigger every day.
Oh, thank
Oily
you.
rice, aren't you?"
Oh, where's our mail?
That's the thing I was talking to your associate here.
Associate, why use such big words?
Oh,
Simple
I'm sorry, let me
meaning
put
of
in
me,
something that
big
you can
word.
handle. Your mom.
Why would you talk about her mom like that?
My mother is a wonderful lady. You're a bully.
Does Tammy hear any of this?
Tammy hears all of
You're
it.
a big bully.
Tammy starts stomping towards like.
I cannot say anything about your mother.
He says, "Oh, the orange one. Now listen here. Do you know my name?"
We've never spoken very much before.
We have spoken
So,
every day. Every single time
Well,
you get a
what's my
quest.
name? What's my
Tazdar.
name? Oh, well, what's your name?
He kind of gives a big sigh, and you can see as he just kind of like hits his head against the mailbox.
Whoa! Reginald.
Reginald the mail goblin. My family's been doing this for years, and no one ever asks.
Reggie, you're stupid. Okta will take out gold coin from pocket and throw it at his
No,
forehead.
I don't want your gold. Get out of my face. I don't want your gold.
Well, what do you want then?
I want to give you all a quest.
Okay. Well, what's your quest then, silly?
You can see he's thrown back by the silly, like, oh shit. What did they tell me? Like, oh my god.
Am I silly?
Am I silly?
Yes, you're silly Billy.
Oh no, I might be. Well, shucks, I might be silly. As he goes, well, see, when I was young, about 5 days ago, my mother gave me a hairbrush. And, well, that hairbrush was destroyed, and it only lives up here now. And he kind of like points to his head.
What?
What?
So it's like,
You have brush on forehead, but you
no,
have hair.
no, it's only in my memories.
Oh,
Oh.
brain muscle, head.
Eh, whatever.
So
Not hair.
if you can figure out a
Oh.
way to get me a brush back, I'd really appreciate that.
Well, you just want a
tiny
brush?
Well, I want that brush back, and then you get your mail. Let me
Well,
give you a
where's-
ballpark figure of the kind of quest you guys were getting. I was looking at about 100,000 platinum pieces.
For
There's
hairbrush?
no way. I don't believe you.
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see the mail.
Make an insight check.
Oh. It's an 11.
It could be. You guys have gotten some pretty high bounties before. This might be your
Hey.
big break.
Hey, shiny in the mail, or you give shiny?
He kind of
Or
like
do you give
crawls back
mail
into the
that give
mailbox and
shiny?
hisses as he says, "Listen, I don't want to be the bad guy here, but you have been the bad guy to me since I was born.
Okta only play game with you. You are such sour sap.
I haven't eaten in days."
Oh, yeah, I have food. I have food.
He
Do you
kind
want
of
food?
he one hand comes out of the mailbox as he kind of like gestures you to give him something.
I'm gonna give him some of my rations.
What are your rations?
I'm gonna give him some jerky.
He shoves it into his mouth, and as quick as you gave it to him, it's gone.
Okay.
Wait, Okta has a question.
Not do
She's
my
going
quest.
to like stick her face in the opening of the mailbox, so it like gets really dark in there.
Oh no. You can see he cowers.
So she gets a little closer until her horns stop her. So are you supposed to be taller?
His face goes from terrified to extremely offended as he goes,
Arta! I'm gonna hit her on the back of the knees and go, "You're not supposed to ask that. That's very rude." And I'm gonna shake my finger at her. That's very, very rude.
But he say we never feed him. Is he supposed to be bigger?
Whoa.
"Well, I'm sure that
Oh,
had
you
something to do with
shouldn't
it,
have
but..."
done something about
He
it.
kind of like scratches the back of his head as he looks kind of offended. "Well, now you're not getting your mail back at all until you give me that hairbrush."
Where is hairbrush?
It's
Wait,
in
wait.
here.
Tammy's gonna walk by and he's gonna be like,
Tell us about your muscle and where brush.
Tammy's gonna come by and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this so noisy? What the fuck is that? It's a fucking bug! Squish it!"
No, he's not the bug.
He kind of like dumps into the
What the
mailbox
fucking
and kind of
big
like
one is
cowers.
that?
You can see, you haven't seen this before, but inside of the mailbox, there's a little hole where it looks like there's a living chambers down there.
Hey, do you want to come live with us?
Well, thanks for asking. After years of torment.
I thought you were only a few days old.
Well, it's years to me.
Oh,
We're gonna
Like-
let a bug live in our
How
house?
often mail come for you? Once every year?
Well, I mean, you can see where I'm getting at here. It's been quite a while.
So you say you not have hair comb, but your hair so combed?
Well, I've been using, and he pulls out this random stick. It looks like it's kind of roughly in the shape of, I would say, what's something ridiculous? It looks like a ring light with combs on it. As he kind of like puts it on the top of his head and just kind of combs it over. It does it perfectly. And it's a little like fabulous as he does it.
Ooh, Okta like her little fluff
So-
brush.
Yeah, but it's not the
Oh.
She
same.
will stick She will stick her finger in the mailbox and ruffle up his little head.
As you do that, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 7.
He smacks your hand away
Oh,
before you get the chance to. And he says, "No touching the merchandise."
Okta was about to say she forgive you for
Um,
making fun of Mother.
And he's gonna start jumping up and down trying to get the attention of everybody. So, are we supposed to be finding a specific hairbrush or just like a type of hairbrush?
Well, I want you to get the one that's in here, as he points to his head, or figure out what to do with this. And he hands you a small piece of what looks to be a kind of birch wood. It's like finely, I'd say, sanded down birch wood. And he says, "This is all I have left of it. All I have to remember my mother by."
So that is why you make
Oh.
fun of Okta Mother because you not have
He-
one?
Both of his hands go on his face.
Okta will kneel back down to the mailbox and stick her head in it again. It's okay, it stays secret between us, okay?
He lets out a big sigh. I already talked to Organis about this whole thing. Go to the receptionist.
Oh, okay. So we have information we need, sir?
He just kind of like crawls back in, and as he gets into the hole, he says, "Just go to Organis. For the love of the gods."
Okay, see you later, little Reggie.
The door in the mailbox closes in front of you.
Oh, bye now. Bye.
Why is he so mad for?
Well, we've
Okta not hear this, actually, you not hear this from Okta, but, he not have a mother.
well, if
So
you
how was he
think about
born?
it, I mean,
uh,
well,
he goblin, not sure.
A goblin? I think it's a fucking bug, mate.
Well-
No, bugs smaller, usually no.
oh
Well,
no.
I'm a little bigger,
What
you
you
know,
say,
so.
little Tess? What you say? Come here,
Well,
come with
well,
Okta.
well, to be fair, we have completely disregarded his well-being and the fact that he's actually another living thing as well, and the fact that we should probably have at least given him the time of day to learn his name and stuff. But I guess that is why.
I'm sorry, but I genuinely feel so bad for bamboozling him so many times. He's just a fucking goblin trying to make a living. I feel so. I thought he was just a silly little goblin. I didn't think he had a life story. Octa thought you to take care of goblin. Not us. Not our goblin. Is this our pet goblin? Are we mother?
Well, it's our mailbox, so obviously if he lives in our mailbox, then he's technically our goblin, right?
I don't remember being with anyone to make a goblin. What?
Well, it's not really our choice. They just kind of have them, and then we gotta take care of them.
Octa will knock on mailbox. Hey! Sorry!
What do you want now? You just leave me alone until you get my hairbrush.
Mate, if it makes you
Okay.
feel any better, I kind of like your hair.
He puts a sign on the door and it says "Gone fishing."
Mm.
Does he have water in there?
I mean, make a perception check.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Can I make one as well?
Sure.
17.
17.
16.
There is no water. You get the idea that he's telling you out.
Well,
I think he's a little liar.
He probably just wants to be left alone. I understand, considering how inconsiderate we were.
I don't know what that means, mate. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
He's gonna pull down his ears and go, "We've done something so mean."
I don't know what we do. I was so mean, mate. I'm just saying. I was just confused.
Octa will mop on over, sway side to side as she walk over to reception desk.
As you go to the reception desk, you can see Organis, this fairly well-built half-orc in his later years. He has like the kind of graying sideburns and kind of like graying at the I'd say like the base of his hair that he's kind of it works really well for him. He has these little readers on as he's currently writing in a ledger, kind of making notes to himself, sorting through paperwork. As he looks up at you and goes, and kind of backs away and runs away from you for a second.
Okta stands still, look down at the ground with tail all sad. Hey, organic.
He turns very slowly and he feels his back as he says, there's something very wrong about this. Taz! And he calls for you, Taz, as he runs towards you and he says, What happened? Who is that imposter?
Well, no, it's Akta, but she just learned something very bad.
You mean like
It's not good.
Taz, do you want to tell me?
Well, turns out we have disregarded our male goblin for so long.
Taz! Wait, what? And he kind of like looks at you guys very disappointed as he goes to you, Okta, and says, What's your delivery man's name?
Is
Reggie.
He pinches the
it's
bridge of his nose
Reginald.
as it is his character to do so. As he says, I am in a great mood right now. In days since you've hurt my back, and well, actually, this is. Well, no, I don't want to say it's nice. I don't want to hurt your feelings anymore, but I had spoke with Reginald earlier, and, well, a polite man, very nice. You all should get to know him at some point, because clearly you haven't already.
Did you
It's
look
okay, big
forward-
sis.
She looked at Taz with eyes so wide and wet. She blinked very slow. Oh, did you look forward to my back pat, organic?
He looks at you and just make a persuasion check. With
I'm going
advantage.
to look at Organis with big puppy eyes.
19.
19. He goes, yes, I missed your back pats. They were very therapeutic, and my chiropractor recommends them constantly. He sure doesn't tell me to stop getting your back pats or else I'll die.
As Organic looked back at Okta, she's biting her her lip and her eyes are so happy. And she smiled big wide.
He says, other than that, where's Temerity? Temi, I'd say you walk forward as you can see all this happening.
I'm here, mate.
Well, I spoke to, Reginald, and he had given me this, and you can see, there's a small brochure. It's beautiful. It has a kind of cosmic scenery with this beautiful, gold font on it. It looks extremely fancy and posh. On the front, you can see what appears to be a fountain stacked 3 times and kind of water pouring down behind this, what looks like supernova. And it says, the cosmic fountain. He says, something about losing a hairbrush. I don't know why he would recommend you all to the cosmic fountain. That's very reserved for the nobility and higher-ups here in the Mercenaries Guild. Either way, by all means.
Can I make a history or something check to see if I know more about it?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. 14.
14. The Cosmic Fountain. I would say you've lived in Artisanal for a fair amount of time. The Cosmic Fountain is, as he says, reserved mainly for nobility and the higher-ups. You've heard people go to it. I'll say you heard... The reason you know about it is because the higher-up group, the Shiny Reclaimers, often spend their time there.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh. Organis, do you think they're mad at us?
Do I think who's mad at you?
well, the shiny reclaimers.
Yeah, why would they be mad at you?
Oh,
You were their underlings.
we.
Do it better.
I mean, I mean, I feel weird like getting their work, 'cause they like people think we're them.
Well, in hindsight, it doesn't happen often. So,
I guess.
If you think about it, Tez, we're just probably better than them. You know, we're stronger. Can you see us? We're strong. You got a strong Temmie, a strong Ekta. You got Tez.
Yeah!
Tez is
Okta
going to
will flex big muscle.
Tez is going to start jumping up and down in front of Temerity and like waving his hand over his mouth, trying to get him to stop saying that. No, you can't say that about them.
Well, they're mad at us. For what reason?
Well,
I
we
just
don't
think we're
know that
better.
they're mad. They didn't be.
Tazdar, you must
Yeah.
learn, okay? It is not about who your opponent is. It is about who you are. She's going to poke him in his little chest.
Organis almost throws
Don't
up
touch
from how
me.
cheesy that was. He's like, ugh. It looks like
We
it
don't
hurt
need no
Organis.
opponent to be strong. Who needs strategy? Brute force.
Oh,
Yeah, brute force.
they,
He kind of covers his ears a little bit whenever he yells.
uh, we, we kind of just don't need to get mad at them.
Oh, Okta not mad. Believe me, Okta not mad.
I think they're just
Okta
jealous
very
of us.
happy. And then she slaps Organic's back. Out of reflex.
And there it is. Okay.
Oh
See,
no.
Organic happy too
Oh,
because now he get backpat from Okta.
Do you
It-
need help with that, Organis?
I would love help with that.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
I'm gonna say sorry for all the trouble that she's caused. I really appreciate you though.
You see, as he's still holding his back, as he says, I think you've taken care of this one, but one healing spell isn't gonna stop years of pain that she's put me through.
Sorry.
He runs to the medic tent and he says, I need my chiropractor. And you hear the chiropractor in the back of the tent go, oh, so you're back for your daily visit.
You really gotta
he
stop
Okta see his
doing that.
friend now. They're probably best friends, no? Okta want to be
Oh,
Organic best friend.
I don't know if he'd want that. And I kind of lean to Temerity while saying that.
I think that those backpats look really good, actually. I think you'd want that, right?
Uh,
Little Tess. She's going to bend down to his height and like
if you
start
touch
doing
me,
grabby hands.
I'll turn you into a frog. Don't touch me.
Oh, they're kind of
Frog,
cool. I
very
mean,
strong tongue.
I'll turn you into a useless fly.
well, that's pretty cool.
Fly get food dirty. Kill people from disease.
Unless I step on you.
Oh, Okta
It was a
keeps
joke.
being such
Don't
shade.
worry. It's a joke.
Okay, we should go. We spent too much time dilly dally.
Okay. Taz, I assume you're the one that has it. Temerity, can you... Who has it?
Well,
I think he
me.
gave it to Temerity.
Oh, okay. That's fine too.
Oh, okay.
You see a pretty brochure. Can
Oh.
you make an intelligence check? Can you read the words in it? I forgot your intelligence score is
Oh.
extremely low.
Oh, nice. 3.
3?
Well,
Yeah.
You can understand the word, No. You sound out cosmic.
It says cosmic. I
Let
don't
me-
know. Isn't that a thing that you read?
Hey,
let me hold it. I'm gonna snatch
okay.
it from him.
Taz,
Okay.
make an investigation check.
Okay.
Your intelligence is high enough to use this.
19.
And there we go. Looking at the back of this brochure, you can see there's an arcane sigil. You can see the runes are representative to very old draconic magic. And not only that, but it seems they've formed with some type of celestial. You place your little kind of like hand on the rune itself, and you hear a voice in your head. Hello there. See, we have a new patron to the Cosmic Fountain. And it's waiting for a response.
Patron?
Might I ask for your name
Subscribe to our
and
Patreon.
guests?
I'm kidding.
We don't have a Patreon.
Oh my god.
Be a patron today.
Patreon now.
No, we don't have one. Okay, keep going. MB.
Might I ask for the names of the guests you will be bringing?
Okay, I'm gonna lean real close and go, Tazdar, Temerity Fallenbridge, Akta. What's your last name?
Crowsong.
Crowsong.
Very well. Master Tazdar, would you meet us in the first cluster of Artisanal? And you can see what looks like a little blue light comes out from the center of that sigil, and you can kind of like, as you walk, it almost corrects your path. Like, it's showing you where to walk.
Oh, this is such cool magic.
Can we see it?
Yeah, you guys can see this little ball of light that's kind of, anytime Taz turns the wrong way, it just kind of like gets in front of them and then moves their attention. Follow the light.
Taz's eyes light up and he starts getting really excited and like running quickly following it.
Yeah. So yeah, you do follow it, and your little ears kind of like go against the wind and kind of like bounce up and down as you run. Temmie and Akta, I'd say you struggle to catch up with this little kobold. Their excitement is a lot. You can see patrons of the town moving back and forth. You are in the kind of nicer district in Artisanal. You can see a lot of merchants reside here. A lot of people trying to sell you stuff. I'd say Akta, you particularly get distracted at a booth for one person who's trying to sell you a very large tuna, not cut, still kind of alive, still flopping in his hands.
Ooh,
As he's like,
floppy.
would you like to buy fish? And then you're like, oh, but Taz keeps running.
How
Oh,
does this even work?
Okta never have seafood back at Shachir we lap.
Taz, as you go on for a while, you reach the main gate. And as you enter in the first cluster of Artisanal, you see this sort of elvish mixture of elvish architecture and gothic architecture. It's a completely different vibe than what the tents you're used to in the Mercenaries Guild. This is kind of posh and out there.
Oh, this is some very cool architecture.
I mean, this part of the city looks huge.
This part of the city looks huge.
Aki, what?
What?
Building very big, very
You see this pompous elf that moves beside you. He says, "Keen observation. Now keep walking. I have places to be."
What's wrong with him?
Fucking guy, mate.
Okta will follow him closely behind and start sniffing his neck.
Make a smell check.
What the fuck?
Roll
Make a
1d20.
Make a smell
Make a smell
check.
check.
Smell check.
Make a smell check.
5.
It smells like Brussels sprouts and a little bit like grapes. It's an odd mixture.
You smell like Kizzy. Just gonna whisper in his ear.
Oh dear, heathen!
I'm gonna
God,
grab her
somebody
hand and
help
start
me.
pulling her away.
He puts his
I'm
hand
gonna
on his forehead and
so
falls on
sorry,
the floor.
sir. Oh, sir. Oh,
This
we should go
thing
while he's
is
out.
sniffing me. And you can see these very heavily armored guards start running towards you, and they're like, oh, right, what's all this then?
We have business here. Please ignore us.
She's gonna start like doing cat scratches at them. Not hitting them, but just like back off.
You have business here, then why are you bothering our residents? If you have business here,
That's
attend to
really
it
nosy,
immediately.
mate.
Oh, you
person
see,
didn't know you, mate.
well,
I
shit,
am
shit.
clearly a resident myself, so.
You guys
Uh,
are gonna get us in trouble.
You can see
Why are you
the
getting
the man
trouble
on the
for
floor is still like with his hand on his forehead, like, I am so hurt. Oh my, somebody help
We
me.
didn't.
You
We
guys are
didn't touch
gathering a
them.
crowd.
Easy.
You guys have gathered a crowd at this point, and you can see these very posh nobles standing around you. This one woman with a fan who's currently fanning herself is like, "Oh my dear, could you see what they've done to that poor man? Heathen."
Please, mate. He's not hurt. Look at it. Oh, my fucking leg hurts. Shut
You
up,
hear one
mate.
guy say, "If only the shiny reclaimers were here, they'd know what to do."
What?
Did we hear that? Did we hear that?
Yeah, you
Did we
heard
hear
that.
The fucking shiny reclaimers ain't shit, mate.
Oh no!
We're the
Call off
shiny
your
hunters,
dog.
mate. We're the shiny hunters. They're the shiny reclaimers. We're better. All right.
Yeah, could they shiny reclaimer do this?
Guys,
She did a
I-
backflip.
make a dexterity check.
19.
Yeah, you give a pretty sick backflip. You hear one guy go, "Oh my stars, it does tricks."
I'm gonna cast. Oh,
Puerto
can I do that?
Rico.
Can I
All
cast
of you.
message on multiple people?
I know it's one person at a time.
Fuck. Okay. Never mind. God damn it. I'm just gonna grab my ears, pull them down, and go, sorry everyone. And then I'm gonna like start shoving Temerity and Akta through
Um,
the crowd.
as you hear a voice in your head, the same one that you got when you grabbed the Cosmic Fountains brochure, and it says, "Master Tazdar, the room key will deactivate within the next 5 minutes. I encourage you to get to it." And you can see the posh man is currently like, "Oh no, they're getting away! Guards, quick! You can't let them get away with this." And the
I'm
guard's
gonna
like,
cast invisibility on all of us and run.
"Okay, you're gonna have to cast it 3 times."
Yep. Sure. Well, I can do
Um,
it. I can touch.
Make a straight
Yeah,
stealth
okay.
check.
Okay.
You can't do it with advantage because you're in front of all these posh
Yeah.
people. They're all
Oh,
staring at you, and
natural
you just
20. Natural 20 got 22.
Let's
Okay.
fucking go.
That's for you, Temi and Akta. You make a stealth check as well.
Okay. Well,
I mean, sure,
Fuck.
I'll be quiet if you want me to be. 17.
All right. Temi.
I got a 4.
Okay. Well, the natural 20 does help you. Let me
yeah.
roll. Okay. Well, lucky for you, both of the guards also rolled 4s.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. As you can see, they look around, kind of like when a kid's hiding and you pretend you can't see them. You're like, where did they go? They both have like their hands on their hips, looking around, like, where did they go? I would say, Temi, you accidentally say, "Well, I'm right here," and you can
Right,
feel,
mate. Oh,
and you can feel Taz tug on you and Akta kind of like pull you as you get out of the crowd, and continue following your path towards the Cosmic Fountain.
You guys, we're not supposed to cause that big of a scene. If you could just cause that big of a scene, then we're gonna get stopped by the people again. If we get stopped by the people again, then Octa, you have to spend the night in jail again, and you don't want to go back to jail. You've already been there once. We don't need to go back again.
Octa's going to cross her arms and like look up with her lip cocked. Der Marvies of a leech.
Keep a low profile, okay? We have to
what
act.
profile me?
like-
I'm pretty tall. I can't get low.
No,
Where'd you guys? Are you having this conversation in the middle of the street, or did you go hide somewhere?
Well, while we're running, I assume I'm whispering all of this to them.
You ever whisper while you run?
Yes.
Nope.
Make another stealth check with advantage this
Alright.
time. Well, no, just
Alright.
straight stealth because you're talking.
20.
15.
Sweet.
Nope.
All right, Octa. All right, Octa. Come on now.
Oh my god. Spelling.
11.
I'll say that one person goes, "Did you hear that?" And then you guys like move past. But eventually, you can see that the little light that's been guiding you this entire time leads you to this alleyway. And you can see the ocean from like it goes completely out of the city, which is completely unnatural. The entire city is surrounded by wall, but this seems to lead straight to the ocean. And it's stopped right in front of you. You can see there's a building to your left and to your right.
I'm gonna
This is
look around.
second time Okta see big water. Very big. Every time get bigger.
Yeah, that's the whole point of an ocean. Anyways,
Oh,
we gotta get there. We gotta get there soon. I'm gonna look around. Which place looks like the right place?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. 21.
21. Looking back and forth, you can see one shop called the Good Drow, and another one called the Divine Dressings. I do not see the Cosmic Fountain.
what?
Oh,
Maybe we can ask
Oh.
We
around.
go wrong way.
You see that little light in front of you. Just kind of move ever so slowly into the alleyway.
oh, I'm gonna
Oh,
start
it is
following
so-
it.
It is so secret and private.
Okay. You follow it, and it disappears in front of you. And as you keep walking, you're like, where'd it go? And you smack into something.
It
I
is like
know.
it
That's
is
hurt.
like Demon Slayer. Oh my.
My nose. I hit it.
Damon, what? Anyway.
What did you? Okta's going to pull him back. Okta will fight. Challenge to Okums. Pull up, pull up.
Akta, as you say this, you see a beautiful, like polished wood door with this kind of gold filigree, that represents, or that kind of depicts two peacocks with their necks intertwined that meet at the beak. And you can see a golden knob that kind of turns on its own and opens before you.
Whoa. Okay, Okta go first, okay? Cannot get baby heart. Actually, Temerity, you go first.
No, 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 no,
Temerity's
no, no,
going
no.
first.
No,
I
you
would
need
like to go
protect
first.
perfect muscle brain head.
I'd like to go first.
Okay,
Go first.
whatever.
Go first.
I'm going first. I'm
You
going
have
first.
to
I'm
be
going first.
careful.
Don't worry, Taz. It's nothing's too strong for me. It's
Let
alright.
the
Don't
adult
worry.
handle, Taz. Let the adult handle.
I got it. Alright. I'm
So-
smart enough.
Let me describe something to you all. From the interior, you see well-accomplished adventurers watching you all struggle to walk through a door. As you all are kind of pushing each other in, trying to get in one before the other, you just see all these stunned faces looking at you like, oh, okay.
Taz, okay. Don't touch the floor. Floor dangerous. You not
The
have
floor-
shoes on. You not have
the
shoes.
floor-
Come
no,
here. Let Okta carry.
Don't touch me. I told you what I'd turn you into if you touched me. Okay? Thank you.
After you finally get inside, one by one. I say all at once. You can see the floor here is made of pure light. There's what appears to be a singular, what looks like almost bar table that goes around in this sort of rectangle formation. You can see there's a single bartender kind of moving around giving patrons drinks. At the bar, I'll say Taz, Temmie, and Akta. I want you all to make perception checks.
I got a 5.
I got a 17.
I got 18.
God
Okay.
damn.
Temmie and Akta. At the bar, you can see what appears to be this black and white tabby looking tabaxi. They have a little heart kind of print on their cheek, and you recognize that to be the leader of the Shiny Reclaimers, Salem Seratan. And you can see he has his little groupie there. He has a large minotaur that's kind of sitting behind them, telling stories, and this very shy water genasi woman who kind of like appears to be holding a nondescript drink and chatting with people very kind of awkwardly.
All of a sudden, Okta forgot what we do here.
Ekta, aren't we in where the shiny reclaimers are?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know anything while we're doing it.
Well,
I'm
if it
gonna
isn't the
repeat our
shiny
question.
losers, and you see this Tabaxi get up, you can see he's wearing this long trench coat with like this button-up shirt that's just opened. He's wearing these like really baggy pants with a little cap on. As he goes, well, if it isn't the shiny losers, well, what brings you in on our turf?
Those are fighting words.
Oh yeah, they are fighting words. You want to fight about it?
Yes! Yes!
No.
So-
We're not.
so
This is
he-
an misunderstanding. Stop it.
You see as he bites his lip and puts two of his fingers to his forehead, and you watch as a kind of like ring kind of pops out from under the floor, kind of sumo wrestler style ring. And he says, "All right, let's do it right here then."
Yes! So you have fancy equipment just for the Midiliki.
I'm gonna say, to all of your perspective, it looks like he just conjured it out of nothing.
We're not here to fight.
Okta.
Oh, get away from me, little one. He
Akta.
kind of like goes up to Akta as he pushes his forehead up against yours.
Okta
I'm
is
gonna-
known for hard head.
I'm gonna kick her in the back of the knees.
You're gonna
Stop!
Tammy's gonna take Taz and take him out of the ring
Okay,
and hold him.
before you do this, Taz, make an attack roll on Akta. Oh, we're
I
already
don't do any
attacking the party.
damage.
An hour in, we attack the party members. It's going great.
This is not gonna be good. I don't do any damage. I do 0 damage, yeah.
They still feel it though.
My damage is
Akta,
0.
you do feel this like little Charlie horse on the back of your knee as you get pushed down just a tiny bit, and you barely can even feel it as it's Tabaxi. Kind of not the same height as you. I'll say the horns are a little taller than them, but their forehead is up against yours as you guys are ready to fight. You can see his posse's kind of clapping their hands. You can see the large minotaurs like, "Kill him, Salem!"
Can I react with darkness? Because I got hit.
Sure. Go ahead and cast darkness.
Okay, Okta cast darkness. Now tavern dark.
So everything in the cosmic fountain is dark. You hear amongst everybody here as this kind of chill comes through the air, and you can hear in this very like guttural voice, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." And you see these very beady yellow cat eyes appear from the darkness, just looking at you, and you hear knuckles crack.
Aren't we
Um,
still supposed to be invisible?
Well, yeah. For the sake of
Wait.
this, we'll say there's anti-magic going into the cosmic fountain.
Okay.
Wait, but I can cast darkness?
No, just going in.
Okay.
Yeah, inside you can do whatever you want.
Okta can see in darkness too. She's gonna.
This
start
darkness
doing
is considered
squats.
magical darkness. You can't see.
I can't see. Are you
Mm,
serious? I should
mm-mm.
have known that.
You should have, but here we are.
Okta can't see.
Akta can't see.
She's gonna start doing squats. I don't know.
Akta, as you're doing squats, you feel a punch kind of like in the middle of your spine. Let's see. What's your armor class?
13.
Well, it was a 12, so you feel the punch, but it's very weak, and you recognize it as a fluffy little kitty hitting you.
Oh, you are lucky Okta has allergy.
He goes, "Oh, come on, you just did an amateur move, shiny loser." As he's like,
Okta's gonna try
launching
to
you.
drop kick him in the
okay, roll for
darkness.
attack with disadvantage. You can
Okay.
drop darkness at any time.
Oh, I can?
Mm-hmm.
No, keep it. No. Wait, could I drop it? Wait, could I drop it like a millisecond before I hit him?
I mean,
It doesn't make a difference. He can see anyway.
no, you know
I don't
what?
care. I'm gonna
You're
do
still gonna
it.
roll a disadvantage, but for the sake of being cool, I'll allow you to do it a normal. You can do a normal attack roll if you succeed on a dex save.
Ooh, okay. Let me do that then. 15.
15? 15 just makes it.
Okay.
So roll for a
okay.
normal attack.
Unarmed strike.
Yeah, unarmed
3.
strike. Okay. As you do that, you hear him kind of flaunting you as he's just about to say "shiny as he says "loser." You can see you can feel your fist connect to his furry face as he's pushed down onto the floor, and you can hear the audience just in unison.
That means gonna go. Woo! Go Akta!
Akta's gonna shake off her fist and do like a Street Fighter stance.
So from everybody else's perspective, you guys saw this darkness just vanish as Salem just went flying across the room, and actually, you didn't knock him out of the ring just yet, but he is on his butt. So if you want to make another attack against him, we're not doing initiative order yet. He is down.
I will do that. Another 3.
23 to
20.
hit.
20
Damn.
to hit.
23 hits. You go up to him and you just pick him up and throw him out of the ring as he kind of flops over, and he says, "Well, I'm not fighting fair, just like a loser would. All right, gang, come on, let's get out of here." And he gets
Akta's
up
gonna
and
do a backflip.
make a dex check. Just backflip for no reason.
8.
An 8? Oh, I'm so sorry. So, as you were flaunting him and just kind of like you had this moment of glory, you're like, "Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good." You do a backflip and just land on your ass. goes,
Yeah,
I need to
quick,
practice
do a
the
pose.
hands.
Do a pose.
Okay, she's gonna try to do a pose to make it look natural.
Okay, you do a pose, you land, it doesn't look cool. As he goes, "See, I told you all were losers," and you all walk out and you can see the Minotaurs walking behind him as he goes, "You know, Salem's just a little hard to get used to. He's actually a pretty nice guy."
As Salem's walking out, I'm gonna turn around, put my finger in my eye, and go.
Yeah, see, it's that kind of stuff that keeps us, rivals, but anyway. He's a nice guy, whatever. I'll see you around, Shiny Hunters. And the Minotaur smacks your back, Temmie.
Mate, I don't even know you, mate. What are you touching me for?
You
Sorry
can see
for everything,
the
though.
water genasi kind of moves forward, and she goes, "Don't worry about Salem. He issues, much like a flower. He takes time to bloom, and well, he takes a long time.
Flower crush in winter time.
Okay, well, I'm on my way." And she walks out very quick.
Taz is gonna see this water genasi, and his eyes are gonna go wide, and he's gonna go. Pretty.
Emmy's gonna go like, "Yeah, so this is our turf. This is our turf now. Fuck you."
So as they all walk
Taz
out,
gonna
you can
cover his
see,
ears.
you can see all the patrons of the Cosmic Fountain. You guys actually get a better look at this. You can see it is a complete, what looks like the top of a fountain, and the bar is like the center of it. You can see what looks like water-like liquid that's just pure light falling on the corner. I'll say everybody make another perception check.
I forgot what we were here for.
I got a nat 1.
And he has -1, so it's 0. And I got a nat 1 too.
I got a 12.
Temerity and Tazdar, you just can't see anymore.
Blind
Akta.
forever.
No. Akta, looking around, you're like, "Oh yeah, we have to be here for something. That was really fun, but we have to be here for something." You do see what looks to be this interesting figure. He has a crowd kind of gathered around them. He has this very long blue hair. From what you can see at this distance, just very long, bright blue hair, very pale fur, and he seems to be not too interested in what you guys are doing.
Okta will walk over to him,
Okay.
take seat right next to him.
You take a seat next to him, and he goes, as you take a seat next to him, you can get a better look. He is a Fearbolg, very, very cow-like. He has a little septum piercing, what looks to be a very fancy attire. You can see he has his beautiful blue and gold coat on with this like little bit of, I would say, kind of fluff at the chest, with his beautiful blue necklace that sits on his chest right underneath that fluff. And he says, can I help you?"
Okta's gonna have her face or her hands on her cheeks. You are very beautiful.
Well, I I appreciate that, but
Nice hair.
thank you.
Necklace? Very shiny.
Yes. Oh
You
no,
like,
no.
You like Octa display, yes?
Oh no. He kind of understands what's going on, and he grabs his he grabs his necklace. I-
You like Octa display, yes?
Your name is Akta. Oh, well, nice to meet you, Akta. I am Corman. Corman Gannon.
Taz is gonna waddle in and kind of push through the crowd looking for Akta.
Octa call you Cory, okay?
I. Oh no.
Oh,
As Taz sees like this like big beautiful furbolg, his eyes like go really wide again, and he's like,
pretty again.
Hello there, little one.
Hello.
He notices the
Oh.
invitation in your hand as he goes, "Oh, Reginald sent you all."
Oh, yes, sir.
Reginald is one of the nicest people I know, and it's quite a feat to get on his bedside. Might I ask, what'd you do to him?
Oh, well, it's more like what we didn't do to him that's bothering him. He's our male goblin.
Yes, I'm aware of that. He has a day
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, but, well, you know, he just, I don't tell her I told you. But Octa likes shinies, and sometimes
I'm
she
very
she
aware that
contact-
Octa likes shinies as he's still gripping his necklace. You can see Octa just drooling over it.
yeah.
Your
Get
fur,
here.
your fur, it is better than sheepskin.
He is not even. Oh, his ears perk up at that, like, oh no, and like you see a chill run down his spine as like his
She's gonna
fur sticks
start-
up.
She's gonna start like using her using her fingers to like run along the table over to Corman.
I'm gonna slap her hand.
Well, I
Don't
can,
interrogate him.
I can certainly see.
Octa just making friend, right? Octa making friend.
I can certainly see what Reginald was talking about now. Well, he told me something, and the problem of a missing hairbrush. It's something very close to him. His mother gave it to him, something along the lines of that, and I think I can help you.
Oh, really? That would sure be good.
He kind of leans down, he gets on his knee, and he looks down at you, Taz, as he says, "Say, to even open that invitation takes quite a knowledge of the arcane. You, for being so young, you have a talent."
Oh, shucks. You think? Oh, well,
Most definitely.
thank you. I mean, I know a few things.
He goes
Octa's
like
gonna
this,
frown.
and you see as he waves his hand in front of you, and you watch as each one of his like brightly painted blue nails start to glow. And as he waves his hand in front of you, you can see like a little light trail.
That's really pretty.
And he's gonna like shake his hands up and down.
How'd you do that?
He says, "Well, simple magics. If you're willing to learn, I'm always down for a new student."
Really? You can see he's like fiddling with his fingers. He's like, I mean, if you really want.
Make an insight check.
Okay. 8.
Yeah, he's for real.
uh, well, I love to.
Temerity, as you're kind of like standing around, you can see that one of the other patrons here, what looks to be a sort of young half-orc man, comes up to you and he says, "Hey,
What's up, mate?
you do this kind of like political stuff around here?" He's like, I don't do that kind of stuff. Do you want to fight?"
Mate, I don't know what politics is.
I
but
can
sure,
barely
let's
say
fight.
it. And you
I
guys
don't
just
know, I don't know.
you guys just start fighting in the middle.
Start like fucking punching each other in the face.
Basically, as it's going on, you guys can see like in the background Temerity and this random half-orc just duking it out.
It's Orion. It's Orion. It's Temerity.
Oh, that'd be funny.
But Corman says, Yes, he's aside from you being a new student of mine, I'd say we should make our way back to the Mercenaries Guild. I know Reginald was extremely distressed about losing his mother's hairbrush. You see, Reginald is
Boy,
also a student of
yeah.
mine. Well, at least he was. He's
Oh.
graduated. A little bit of an accident with a fireball spell.
Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I suppose it was a little bit of my fault, and, well, I do owe him. Well, he gets up, and you can see he stands at about 7.5 feet tall.
Oh.
He is very kind of lanky and skinny, but he moves with, like, such proudness. Like, he's so proud when he walks. He has his chest puffed out a little bit. His shoulders are kind of, like, pushed back. He's fancy.
Taz gets like a really big smile on his face. His ears perk up, and he's so excited about this.
He gestures for you all to follow him, and you all
Oh,
exit the
oh,
cosmic
wow.
fountain, except for
What am-
Temerity, who's fighting with an
Okay.
orc. As he says,
okay.
You know, that was some good sparring, but hey, if you ever find yourself back in the cosmic fountain, like, you know, you can pretty much make whatever you want here. So if you want to, like, make another fight pit, we could do that.
Oh hell yeah, mate. You know, fighting you was a pretty hard yakka, so you know, I would like to fight you again. Pretty strong.
He cracks his knuckle and just clocks you across the face.
Oh fuck! Oh, mate. And then he punches him back.
You actually knock him unconscious.
Oh. And then he's gonna kneel down and say, "Sorry about that, mate," and then gives him a kiss on his forehead, and then runs towards his party.
As you run outside, you can see Corman's walking with
Homie
his
kissing
hand.
the homie.
You see Corman's walking with his hands behind his back. As Taz looks up at him, following him. Every once in a while, Corman looks down and gives you a little smile. As
His
a little
tail's
student-
wagging.
As a student, and you all exit the cosmic fountain. I think we're gonna take a break here. So, everybody who's watching right now, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. I really hope you've been enjoying our party do their thing. But
Sir, yes, sir.
we'll be back in
Sir, yes, sir.
15. And we're back. So, as you all kind of walk back to the 5th cluster, you can see Corman kind of looking down at Taz again, you know, just in a very fatherly way. Every once in a while, kind of conjuring something out of nothing just to kind of show you. But eventually you do make your way back to the Mercenaries Guild. You can see Organis is currently getting a massage in front of everybody by a chiropractor. His poor back. As Corman enters, you can see he says, "Oh, well, Organis, your back's still giving you problems, old friend." He says, "I have a pain that never goes away, and its name is Akta Crowsong." Right in front of you, Akta. He doesn't see you.
She's gonna poke her little cheek and stick her tongue out like, hee. Was that me?
He still doesn't see you. His face is like in a towel.
Oh.
Should I surprise him?
I think you should surprise him. I
You
think
see
it'd be
a
pretty
little halfling who's currently massaging his back as he goes, "Listen, don't touch my customers, or you're gonna be messing with me, understand?" He kind of has like this slicked back black hair. He's wearing a tank top.
Okay, Octa will listen, okay?
And
Because
blue jeans?
blue
What?
hair. Blue jeans? What?
Anyway, what you were saying?
Oh, Octa will listen, okay? Because you have cool hair, okay? Only this one time.
He gives you a kind of like okay sign.
But organic and I have a wonderful relationship,
He,
and
he kind of gets up and looks at you, scared.
and
I-
I wouldn't want you to get in the way of that. She's
Oh.
gonna cross her arms and puff out her chest.
Okay, you see Corman get in between you as he says, "Now, this rivalry is cute. However, we do have business with a threat."
Rivalry?
And he continues walking with his hands behind his back until you all reach your mailbox. He knocks twice and he says, Reginald, may you allow us to enter? And you hear, yeah, whatever, you can come in. And you all see this little arcane light in the bottom of this hole that beforehand you hadn't really seen too well inside, but you all are sucked in and you are in a completely different space. There is a fairly nice house in here. You can see it's like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Rent is okay. It smells like strawberry pie in here. It's like a little cottage out in the middle of nowhere. It's cute. You can see you see Reginald, who is currently he has these oven mitts and a strawberry pie in his hands as he goes, "Oh, Corman, I knew you guys were coming. Yeah, I baked you a pie." And he says, "Oh, old friend, you always pull through." And he says, "Have you all tried Reginald's pie?"
No.
What is a pie?
I never tried that food, but like, what the fuck just happened there? How did that happen? How are we so small now?
Reginald goes, "I wouldn't expect y'all to understand. I mean, after all you put me through and all that." He talks to Corman. "The
Oh.
day job's terrible. Never get a day job, Corman. It takes years away from you."
Man, I don't think you understand that. I don't really understand many things. So, all right.
No, I understand it pretty well. And he kind of like puts the pie down and says, "The pie's for Corman."
Right.
Oh, Mr. Reginald, am I allowed to have a slice?
Make a persuasion
He said
check.
no, Tess. What makes you think you're different?
Oh,
What makes you
oh,
think you're different?
oh, well, you
She's gonna
see,
fall to her
I mean,
knees.
it's okay, Akta.
Make a
The
Well,
persuasion
little
check.
pog was a little
I
rude.
wanted the pie. The pie
Akta,
I
make one with
wanted.
disadvantage.
A persuasion?
Yeah, and because a persuasion check with disadvantage, and add minus 1d12 to it.
It's
Wow.
0.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not going to give you any pie. Taz, roll a persuasion. As he goes, "Yeah, well."
I got a 16.
He goes, "Yeah, well. What you came here for, and how to make you all a pie." And we start from scratch after
Thank
that.
you. Thank you so much.
And he's
Shoot.
gonna look around for something to cut a piece.
Hey, mate, can I get some pie as well, or are you just gonna leave me here hanging?
He doesn't even talk to you. He just walks right past you.
Is
Mate,
being
mate,
beautiful
mate.
not enough anymore? Now have to be baby? Baby win over beautiful woman?
You see,
Oh.
Mate, please, can I just have some pie, please? I'm fucking hungry.
he goes, "Yeah, grovel." Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Uh, 7. No.
He goes,
Natural 1, in fact, actually.
"Oh my god." He says, "Finish the quest and we'll talk about pie afterwards. We'll start new
Yeah,
after
I'm
that."
starting to really not like you, mate. I'm not really not liking
Well,
you.
then the feeling's mutual. You understand how I feel. Would you
I
want
didn't
to?
do anything to you?
Would you want to give me a piece
Give
of pie?
me the Reginald, please.
He goes, "Timmy,
He gave me.
would you give me a piece of pie?"
I mean, if you were to come into our house, if we had a little bit of pie, whatever.
Well,
that
that's if
is,
you
I'd
invited me
probably-
to your house.
I didn't even know you existed, man.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I don't even know a lot of things exist. All right. I just walk out of our house and I'm just like, all right. I just gotta do the quest. I don't even notice things. All right. It's not my fault.
He's just putting his hand on the bridge of his nose. He says, "Foreman, why? Why me? I'm a good guy."
Mate, just give me a break, mate.
Foreman goes, "Well, you certainly got a charming bunch that you work for. I'd say we get everything moving along here. I do have things to do. If you all wouldn't mind," and he kind of like pulls a chair out for all of you to sit on. This would only take a
Oh,
minute.
thank you.
He says, "Reginald, if you wouldn't mind," and Reginald lays down on the table. And you all sit in front of Reginald as you watch as Corman says, "Now what I'm about to do is a little dangerous. You are going inside the mind of Reginald here. I'll
What?
ensure a safety line. However,
Wait.
If you get stuck in there,
Wait, wait.
you might not come back. If you die in the
Let me
game, you
eat.
die in real life.
No.
Oh.
You made it.
Wait, but how are you gonna do
Okay,
that?
Okta have question.
He smiles at you, Taz, and goes, "Well, when you know a lot of tricks like I do," and he cracks his fingers, you can
Okta
do
have
pretty much anything you
question.
want. Yeah, yes, Akta. And he kind of grabs his
Um,
necklace again.
um, if Okta find food in his head, can Okta eat?
Don't
Very
steal his
interesting.
mind food.
No, I'm intrigued as well. That is a very interesting point. I would be very wary of what you eat. Um, but if you find something edible, I mean, I would say, sure, go for it. Try it.
Oh, Mr. You have to ask Mr. Reginald first. Mr. Reginald.
We cannot ask Reginald question when we are in head.
Reginald is actually asleep. You can see Corman place his hand over
Oh.
him, and he's asleep on the table.
Oh.
The
Cowman,
pie.
I got a question as well.
Yes.
So we're going in him. Like he's gonna swallow us, or
It's sus, innit?
it's a little, it's just a little weird while we go down his stomach. I'm just wondering.
You can see his Corman's brow kind of furrows as he's like, "What?"
May I'm just asking a question. It's not that hard.
Here, and he gets you a slice of pie and hands it to you.
So I think what's actually happening, I don't know if we're actually gonna physically go into him, but either way, our physical, maybe, I don't know if it'll be physical, but maybe I think our souls or consciousness will be transported into his consciousness, and then therefore we will be able to experience his consciousness as long or as well
As
as
you're talking, you
experiencing
feel a
ours.
hand kind of ruffle your fur. He says, "Very good."
Okta's
Close.
gonna start.
Thank you.
Okta's gonna start gnawing on Reginald's wrist, but like lightly. He's not hurting him. He's so bony. Not enough meat on him.
Corman's
Oh my goodness.
beautiful blue eyes are wide as he's looking at you like this monster. Octa, can you please?
What? That is how we check health of baby back at home.
You do that to babies.
Yes. Baby like it. Baby laugh. He not laugh because he sleeps.
Uh,
If he was awake, he'd laugh. I promise.
So
Promise.
the DM pinches brow or the bridge of his nose.
DM. The DM.
Hold on, I broke for a little bit there. That was oh, anyway.
Oh,
Well, if that's what you do in your culture, then who am I to say that's wrong? Okay. Here, and he gives you a
That
piece
sounds
of pie
pretty wrong.
too.
Wait.
He hands you pie, Octa, and he says he looks at you, Taz, and he says, "Listen, you do. Please make sure you don't ruin anything inside Reginald."
Sir, yes, sir. And I give him a salute.
While they're distracted with pie, I'm going to astrally shunt consciousness and place you
Oh.
inside of Reginald.
Oh, so I was kind of right.
You were kind of right, yes.
Oh, yes.
You see a ring on his finger starts to glow this brilliant blue light as he places his hand on your back, Taz, and he gives you a little pat, and you are looking at yourself. You have a little tether, this little what looks like, I would say, almost fishing line attached to yourself. As you watch Corman go around the room, smack Temerity on the back, and you see Temerity falls flat on the ground, and their chest is covered in pie.
Ah, fuck, mate! What the fuck are you doing?
You can hear Temerity. You see their little like spirit come out. I will say though, before he does this, he does wave his hand over you guys, and you all smell a little bit like roses. Each time he does this. He does the same to Akta, who Akta you watch as she is currently really enjoying her pie, and her face just boonk goes down into the table.
Oh, I'm supposed to react. Oh, face full of. Oh, Temerity, you have pie on your chest! You're so sloppy, so sloppy! Oh, oh. She's gonna wipe her face.
You all can see your bodies, and you watch as Corman just
Why?
sits down, and you can see his eyes are glowing blue as he's focusing. And it's
I was
almost
in my
like a
fault.
fishing line begins to reel in as you all begin to slowly go towards Reginald.
Hey, everybody, we can't panic and we can't do anything wrong. If we do
Um,
anything wrong, we'll probably jeopardize everybody.
What if he look very fleshy as newborn?
Jeopardize. What does that mean?
So, as you all slowly begin to enter inside of Reginald's consciousness, you see this break in reality, this brilliant white light. You see what looks to be mail, hundreds of envelopes swirling around you as you go down and down into this goblin's subconscious. And before you know it, your feet hit dirt. You are wearing the same equipment that you had, and you appear to each other physically.
Okay, everybody, we're in his mind.
We're in his mind.
Yes.
What is mind?
Um,
A
What?
muscle.
everybody make a
Yes,
perception
what you
check.
call the head muscle. 5. I'm too busy explaining or something.
5. I'm too busy not
7.
understanding or something.
7. I'm too busy thinking about how juicy he'd look like as a newborn.
Oh no. The area you guys are in appears to be some type of graveyard, and that's it.
Oh,
Oh god.
Hide?
Oh god.
do not
I
ruin
was
anything.
supposed
This is a sacred site.
I was
Okay.
supposed to keep it a secret, but it can no longer be secret anymore.
Is
What?
Mom here?
He does not have mother. His mother dead.
But his mom
It's
should
okay.
be there, right?
In the ground. In the ground is where I put that body here.
So you think maybe digging her up might bring her back to life?
No, absolutely no.
No, I mean like, yeah, like if we bring her up, we could
No.
do like
No.
mouth to
No.
mouth, and she could come back to
No.
life, right?
No. I'm gonna smack Temerity on the leg. No.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
That kinda
Anyways,
sounded like a good idea in my head. I'm sorry.
now we have something very important to do. I assume we were sent here in order to find that brush or find a way to make peace.
Hairbrush.
Oh, brush. Okay, Octafine brush. Are there any trees nearby?
There is no tree, but you see what looks to be a goblin standing on its own, just in the middle of an empty graveyard. They are looking down at the ground.
Oh. Octa's gonna walk over to him.
Okay. You walk over to him, and this little goblin looks up at you, and it goes, "Oh, hello."
Octa's going to bed down. Are you okay?
Yeah. I guess. Why are you crying?
Octa, bring him in for a hug.
As you bring him in for a hug, you watch as he just dissolves into dust, and you hear, "Ah!"
Now, what'd you do, Akta? What'd you do? Did you fucking kill him?
He looks so sad.
Did you fucking kill him?
As his eyes are gonna widen, and he's gonna like pull down his ears, and he's gonna kind of start shaking a little bit and go,
Oh, did we already mess it up? Oh no. Did we really?
Okay, everybody, relax. Everything's fine. We're just in mind, whatever that is. We're fine,
Reset.
right?
Reset. She's gonna run back to where she spawned, and then she's gonna turn away from the graveyard for like 5 seconds, and then she's gonna whip back around. Is the goblin there?
You look back around, and the goblin is standing there.
Oh, that's so smart.
Oh my
Don't
god,
bother
Akta,
him
how'd you
anymore.
do that?
We can't mess with anything in this mind, okay?
Akta, do you know magic?
Oh, Octa know little bit magic. Octa
Oh my
knows that
god,
to
you're so
happen.
fucking cool, mate.
Octa's gonna swagger over to the goblin
Okay.
in front of the tombstone or whatever.
Swagger over. Yeah, he's not in front of a tombstone. You can see he's looking at the ground.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Or you can see the goblins looking at the ground, and you watch as he just kind of points down, and you can see what appears to be what looks like bristles, kind of sticking out of the ground, and it says,
What?
It's right here."
What is right here?
What you're looking for, right here.
Oh,
Does Taz hear this?
Yeah.
Do I hear it
Taz
too?
is gonna waddle
Mhm.
over and he's gonna grab Akta and like kinda like push her a little bit behind him and go,
Don't touch it yet. We don't know.
Temmy's gonna Temmy is gonna walk over and he's gonna kneel down to the little goblin. He's gonna be like, "It's okay, buddy. Like it's fine. We're okay." And then he's gonna lean in for a kiss on the forehead.
You watch
what
as
the fuck?
the you watch as the figure just disappears.
Oh, I guess not really very. He doesn't really like kisses, right?
Akta's gonna smack him on the forehead.
Ah, fuck! Why?
Could you do that? He was sweet little baby, so
I was-
fleshy.
I was just trying to fucking kiss him, man. Okay, you do your fucking magic, mate. Come on.
Learn lesson. Just saw what happened to Okta. Now you do it again.
Can
Well,
I try
I
to
was just going
investigate
for
these bristles in
Sure.
the ground?
Make an investigation check.
19.
They are gone.
What?
Okta want to kiss little goblin head. You think Okta don't want to kiss goblin head, but no, she cannot
Kiss the
kiss
fucking
Okta.
goblin head!
She cannot kiss goblin head.
I
She
kissed
takes
the
it
goblin.
away from
Shut
her.
up!
Whoa, buddy.
And I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say,
Come back over here.
and I'm gonna waddle over to where we first spawned in.
Okay. You waddle back. They do not appear this time.
Oh.
What?
Guess he doesn't really like kisses, huh?
Can I look around again and notice or try to see any like noticeable landmarks maybe?
Sure.
Okay. Perception?
Yes, perception.
17.
Looking around, you can see nondescript blackbirds kind of flying around. You can see landmarks. There is a old tree that looks like it was struck by lightning. It's at the top
Okay.
of this hill. Temerity, do you go back to the area with
Yeah.
Tazdar? Okay. As Temerity
Yes.
walks up, you guys look back and the figure's there.
Okay, nobody mess with them. Okay?
Okta want to talk.
Okay. Stay, stay, stay right there.
Okta want
Stay.
to talk to him.
I'm going to waddle over to
Okay.
him.
No.
You waddle over to him and
And
he goes,
I'm going to say,
"Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Reginald.
Ah,
Mama calls me Reggie."
yeah. Does he? Or does she? Well, where's your mom?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
He points down to the ground.
What?
He points down to the ground and you can see um the little bristles kind of like move up slowly.
Okay. That's your mom's?
Well, she gave it to me, but I can't get it out.
Oh. Why not?
Well, I keep trying, and he kind of like keeps trying, and you can see the dirt just kind of like falls right back in place, and even though it's lifted up a little bit, he can't.
Oh.
I'm gonna look up at Okta and like do like a hand motion for her to come over here.
She's gonna walk over there very slowly, keeping her head low and her arms closed, like I guess like a little T-Rex. Not really meaning to look like a T-Rex, but she's gonna walk very slowly over. She's gonna whisper, what is it? What is it?
We need somebody to get the brush out. Reginald can't get it out, and we don't know why.
Oh,
Make a
Reggie.
religion check, Doctor.
Me? I know many about religion.
I love
18.
Jesus.
18. This is definitely strange. It doesn't have any kind of. I would say you've read about certain types of magics, and this one in
I can
particular.
read.
Well, you've heard through oral story of different types of magic and how they work. I'd say celestial magic has a very kind of. I would say the way you learned it is a smell to it. This has a very odd smell of vanilla, which you've heard before would be kind of celestial.
Hey, Taz. Hey, Taz.
Oh, hello.
You know magic,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so, um, for Mr. Reggie, she's gonna give him a little bow, a little curtsy, if you will. For Mr. Reggie, okay, maybe, see what kind of magic this is, cause, or like if you can like dispel it or something like that. Do you have that?
Um. Hmm. Well.
Can I make an Arcana check to try and
Sure.
see what's happening? Okay. 24.
This does seem to be some type of enchantment on it, very strong. That, or I would say because you got a 24, the astral sea is a realm of thought where things can be created on whim. This is very similar magic to that. Usually, when you're trying to combat something that's being created through thought, you would have to kind of will it into existence yourself in the astral sea.
Oh,
So you could try giving it a shot here.
I don't have anything to dispel magic, but you're right. I should get some of that. Maybe I can talk to Corbin about that.
And then he starts
Oh.
muttering to himself a little bit.
And he goes, but anyways, I guess since we're here, I could try to like make it appear. I don't know how to explain it.
Make a wisdom check.
Natural 20. 20.
Natural 20. You're like, I don't know how to make it appear, and it ends up in your hands.
Oh,
What looks like the head of the brush just ends up in your hands, and you see, before you know it, you are embraced by this little goblin boy, and you can see as he dissolves in white light.
Taz's eyes are gonna widen, and then he's gonna like start to shake a little bit, and tears are gonna form in his eye, and he's gonna go,
I don't know why that made me cry.
and he's like just like holding the brush to his chest a little bit.
He's like, oh.
Octa's gonna walk up to Taz
Um,
and put a soft hand on his head. It's okay. Reggie in better place now.
as you do this, you can see a door has appeared behind Taz.
Oh, I think Corman's ready for us.
Tammy's gonna walk up, and he's gonna look all confused. He has like a big fur on his eyebrows, and he'll be like, "Did the kid die or what? I'm confused."
Yes, may he rest in peace.
What?
Oh fuck!
Reginald
I
isn't
didn't-
dead.
So you're telling me that you're not mad at Taz that he killed the child, but when I did it, you got mad.
The
Well,
child did
because
it to himself.
And I'm gonna start shoving them towards the door.
Fair enough. You guys go through the door and you see the entrance to your house.
Hey, wait for Okta!
You are not. It's weird. You see the entrance to your house, but it's silent. There's no people walking around. It is completely empty.
Um. Um.
I don't think we're supposed to go through that door.
No, maybe. Can I make
The
an
mailbox there?
intelligence?
The mailbox is there. It is opened.
Can I make? Can I make an intelligence check?
Sure.
Whoa.
Akta making an intelligence check. Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if Okta is smart enough to say anything that about an observation or 19.
19.
I guess she
19.
is.
Um, there's no place like home, and this is not home.
So maybe we are still in memory, but he's
Um,
old now. Now he was baby before, and we killed him, and now he adult somehow. He adult.
Can I make
Now
an
we go to home.
Can I
Oh.
make an intelligence check as well?
You
What
may.
do you have? Only head brush or all brush?
Only the head of the brush.
See, now we
Yeah.
need stick brush.
Didn't he give us something?
Yeah, it was would look like to be a little gold kind of, or not gold, a little birch, like smooth birch wood thing that kind of like goes around the handle.
I'm gonna take that out. Who has it?
I assume you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna look at it and look at the head and then look at it. Any resemblance?
Yeah. You can see it has a fine birchwood design, very smoothed. The brush itself, you can see the bristles are they are extremely, extremely fine.
Beautiful brush.
It looks
Wow.
expensive.
I'm gonna not like go up to the mailbox and I'm gonna give it a knock.
You get no response. Temmie, what'd you get on your intelligence check?
Hold on. 14.
14. What are you trying to ascertain?
Just like if I could understand the situation after being explained. That's what I was gonna ask.
The little tether that you guys saw, the little fishing line kind of like attached to your back, is still there. So you're like, oh, we're not done yet.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That brush is really expensive. Oh.
What's so good about a hairbrush? I don't know. I don't understand.
I'm gonna take out my little wooden staff that I have and I'm gonna bonk Okta.
Oh, Okta, be silly again. I know it is hard. She's gonna scratch the back of her head.
Taz, make an investigation check. As you kind of like were near the mailbox, you notice something strange.
18.
18. There is a unfamiliar door inside of the mailbox. Although there's also a light that appears to be kind of coming out of your tent, as if somebody's in there. But you did find a door. It looks very well hidden.
Okta will enter the tent.
You enter the tent, and you can see your tent is a complete mess. There's food everywhere, clothes everywhere, what look like random animal hides just kind of thrown around.
Oh, am I back home? But what is this?
Taz is gonna look into the mailbox further.
You look into the mailbox, and you can see this ornate door that has this gold filigree on it. It seems to be extremely out of place. Even having known that Reginald has a little space inside of this mailbox that's very different from the mailbox, this looks different.
Can we still see the door that we came through?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
It closed behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna open this little door in the mailbox.
Okay. As you open the door in the mailbox, you see your own face staring back at you, and your eyes go black. as a little Taz starts to crawl out from the mailbox with these black eyes. And I want you to roll for initiative.
What
Oh.
what the
Wait,
fuck?
but Octa inside 10.
What the
Yeah, you're inside the
fuck?
tent right now.
Oh,
Where am I? Aren't I next
You're
to him
watching
still?
this.
I didn't
Yeah,
move.
no, you're watching this little thing crawl out.
14 initiative.
Do I roll for initiative as well? 'Cause I'm right
I
next
would
to
say
him?
you would too.
But I
Temerity, as this little creature starts to come out, you see a tiny Temerity, very tiny Temerity, start to come out of that door as well. All of these are Reginald size.
What the Oh, hello, handsome. I got a 7, by the way, in initiative.
Okay. Roll for them. And after you see that, you do see a tiny Akta, but with a very big head come out.
Bobblehead.
20 to 15. 15 to 10. Okay. 10 to 5.
Oh, sorry, I was spaced out, huh? Say that again.
20 to 15.
Yes.
No.
Wait, no. I'm 14. Fuck.
Okay.
Wait, what's going on?
Initiative.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
I was so
I was
confused.
like, what are you doing?
Are
Where's
you
one now?
testing us?
Why?
All right, guys. So pull out your pen and paper and let's start the test. This will be graded. Counts for 50% of your semester
no.
grade.
I'm Tammy mode right now,
I
man.
didn't study.
Tell me what was your initiative.
7.
What was that?
70.
Was that 7?
All right.
7? Nope.
Oh.
Music.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Hell no.
Can I just roll initiative to know when it's... Because
Sure.
I want her to do stuff in the tent, but she's not gonna, like, fight, because she's not...
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
god, I
Got
thought this was
7.
My Hero Academia coming in. I was like, wait.
You may.
I also got 7.
You also got a 7. All right. Which one of you has a higher dexterity score? You or Temmie?
I have +2.
I have
Yeah.
10, so +0.
Okay. So Akta goes first. So, Kaz, as you're looking at this mailbox, you see this little kobold variant come out. As it looks at you with these beady black eyes, it goes, "Well, I kind of need that brush back. It's not going to be going anywhere." And it lunges for you, and it's going to try to bite you.
Bitch.
5 does not hit.
No.
Okay,
Certainly
roll the
does not.
5. Taz, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Acid Splash.
Oh, dang, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. How do I... Is that gonna work on Discord? Let's see. So, is it cast?
Yeah, cast Acid
Okay.
Splash.
2. Oh, 6. Oh, wait, no. Wait, what?
Yeah, I have to roll a dex save.
Okay, there we go.
14.
DC is 14.
Ooh, they just save. So they take half
Mhm.
damage. 3 points of damage to this Taz. You watch as you throw acid at them. How do you do this? What does it look like?
Just fucking my cheeks ball up and acid I just add
No. As you do that, you watch as some of the fur begins to peel off as they fall down to the ground and then get back up. Kind of like this really raggedy version of Taz kind of stepping in a pool of its own acid as it looks up at you and says, "Well, let's see if I can do that too next turn." Temmie,
Oh.
yours goes up to you, and you can see as it pulls out this large greatsword that's about 5 times bigger than yours.
Wait, mate.
What the
Slow
fuck?
down.
It's very cartoonish
Whatever.
and very strange,
Mm.
but it's gonna go ahead and try to attack with a natural 20.
Oh, well.
It's a
Okay.
hit. As this large
Oh.
sword with this tiny Temmie holding it, you take 26 points of slashing damage as it slashes into you and actually throws you into the tent. Akta, you see as Temmie flies into the tent.
Ah, fuck!
Oh, it is not April 1st. Why surprise?
No, fucking people out there. Fucking just you're out there. You're all out there.
Shh, 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 shh.
Akta, you look outside and you see a tiny Temmie with a massive sword, just looking inside, giggling.
Oh, oh, you're such ugly baby.
Um,
I've never seen you baby before.
Behind him, you do see a tiny Akta with a big head.
Oh, baby Octa prettier than that. What an insult.
Upon seeing you, this little Akta gets on all fours, starts running towards you, and is going to attempt to grapple you. Make a strength check.
15.
They also got a 15. Roll again.
Okay. 7.
Well, they got a 5. As this little Octa tries grappling you, you break free, and it kind of like gets pushed to the ground, and you can see it's struggling to kind of get up.
You have a purple head. She's gonna poke at its head.
Akta, it's
And
your
its
turn.
head is gonna go like ding ding. Okay, time to attack, I guess. We're gonna do. All right. Okay. She's gonna attack with her weapon of certain death. Great
Okay.
axe. I'm gonna have to. Okay, weapon. Wait. Okay, 22 to hit.
22
But I
definitely
also-
hits.
I want to use a superiority die.
Okay.
So here I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll 1d8, and I'm gonna add that to my damage. That's a 6.
Not
And
bad.
Since they're smaller than me, they have to make a strength saving throw.
They don't have to. How do you kill this thing?
Oh,
Oh.
easy. Okay. Where does she keep her big fat axe? I don't know. She's gonna pull it out, I guess. She's gonna pull out her big axe. And she's... I don't know. Let me think about this. Okay.
She's
So
laughing
she just
maniacally.
she just bopped it on the head, and its head went like ding, 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 ding.
As you
And-
do this, you watch as it kind of like gives a little squeal and vanishes, and confetti comes out.
Oh. Oh. Is this an insult about my forehead? I'm trying to grow my bangs out.
Aww! Wait, that's... Aw.
And then she's gonna hold on to her axe a little tighter.
Okay. Temmie, you're up. And you can see your version still kind of like laughing at you. It's not even focused at Akta.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to cast Hellish Rebuke on it. And so.
Okay. Yeah.
It says the creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 9.
It's a 9. It takes. So does that mean that it failed to save?
It depends on whatever your modifier is. I believe yours should be 12, so yeah, it failed.
Okay.
So roll for damage.
It takes. Okay. Roll. What is it? 16.
Not bad. What do you tell it as you kill it?
I'll tell it. You know, fuck the X kind of head, but you know, that's your fault for hitting me, mate.
As you say, mate, the fiery hellish energy comes out of your mouth and encompasses this little temerity, and you watch as it just ignites in flames and falls down.
Can Octa do a backflip?
Yeah, make a dex check.
It's her victory dance. 9.
Octa, you are prone as you fall down on your back.
Octa still needs practice victory dance.
So-
Tammy's gonna reach his hand out and ask Akta to try and pick Akta up.
Cat.
Okta's just gonna sulk on the floor.
All right, then. I guess you can
Alright.
just...
I'm gonna ask you to make a dex save as you watch your version.
Oh.
Its cheeks slowly begin to kind of get larger as it kind of
7.
does the same thing. You fail.
Yeah.
You take 11 points of acid damage.
Alright.
You're like, yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
As you are covered in acid.
Taz just kind of like scratches at his face to get the acid off and goes,
"Ugh,
No.
it's not as fun when you do it."
my turn now?
It is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness on
All
this
right.
little motherfucker. Ray of Sickness.
And what save do I have
Fuck
to make?
you. Hold on. I actually have to do it manually because Discord's not doing too good. Ooh, 13. Does that hit?
13 just hits.
Okay. Your save is con.
Natural 3.
Ooh, so you definitely fail.
You watch as this clone, or this version of you just throws up on the floor.
It's 2d8 damage, so
Well, 2d8.
yeah. Roll 2d8, 13 damage.
It actually doesn't stop throwing up and just kind of falls in a puddle and kind of starts to dissolve in on itself.
Oh.
Ew, gruesome. At least mine was a little piñata.
At least mine is a little pinata.
He's mine was a little piñata.
Piñata.
But
We used to fill pig skin with
Okay, let's stop there. Let's stop.
okay,
No,
we're stopping. We're
and
stopping.
all
We're
the
stopping.
kids
Anyway,
did.
so
Can we
going
stop? Can
forward,
we stop?
we move forward.
How's our string doing, by the way?
Your
I'm
string
just
is
gonna look
completely
around.
fine, but you can see
Okay.
the door that you have opened. There is a bright white light shining from it.
Wait, Okta would like to explore our tent. Why it's such a mess?
Go ahead. Make an investigation check.
18.
You know when somebody touches your stuff. I imagine Akta to have a very like organized chaos. So like it's not something so unusual for stuff to be kind of tossed around here, but this is different. It looks like somebody was looking for something.
Phil
Can
bursts into her
Temmy's...
room.
Oh.
Did they take my shinies?
Your shinies are scattered all over your bed.
I'm gonna start counting them, taking inventory.
You take inventory and they're all there.
Oh, 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 my babies.
Taz,
Okta never leave
Taz
you on a
isn't
tent
really
and
gonna
never-
sweat the whole tent thing because he's under the impression that this isn't real. So he's the door that opened was in the mailbox, right?
Right.
Okay. He's gonna peer inside and like try to take a closer look at the door.
Looking inside, you can see there is a beautiful grove on the other side.
Beautiful. What now?
Grove.
Grove. Okay. I'm gonna lean back and just yell,
Guys, we gotta go.
Can Temmy run into his room and check his room?
Sure.
the doll's just glowing red.
Investigation.
Investigation.
3.
3. Everything seems to be in order. Your mat is a little out of place. It's weird. They didn't really check your room.
Yeah, everything seems to be fine.
Okay, Taz, Okta is coming. And she's gonna walk out the tent with like she's literally covered head to toe with everything shiny she had in her room.
Okay. So Okta walks out like a chandelier, glowing.
You need to help Okta can't move.
Akta, it's not real.
Taz, make a wisdom Make a wisdom check.
Okay. 10.
Octa, about a quarter of your shinies disappear.
Do I notice?
Yeah.
Of course I notice. Of course I notice.
Of course you notice. You're Octa.
She's gonna drop down to her knees. Oh, that must be such good mother.
You actually see a little pile of dust start to form at your knees with all your shinies dissolving in front of you.
I'm gonna grab Octa's hand and say,
It's okay. Let's go back home, and we will find all your shinies there. Okay?
and I'm gonna give a big smile.
She's gonna look up at him with boogers dripping out of her nose.
Fucking ew.
You promise?
I promise.
And he's gonna put out his pinky.
What? What are you doing? What is that? You offer food?
Oh, well, my master taught me. Hey, you take your pinky like this, and I'm gonna grab her pinky, and you wrap it around mine, and it's a pinky promise, so I'll never break it.
I think my heart just exploded.
Octa's gonna shake her head yes, like really fervently. Yes, pinky promise, pinky promise.
Yes, pinky promise.
And I'm gonna just grab her hand tightly and start walking her over to the mailbox.
Tammy's gonna go ahead and like run back towards them, but then he like trips and falls down in front of them.
Fucking
And then he's-
loser.
So you hear like, oh fuck! Oh
Hands
shit!
fall down.
What I missed? Fuck!
Temmie, you do see that massive sword that your doppelganger had.
Ah! Ooh, what's that? And then
ADHD.
he gets up and then he heads towards it, and then he tries to pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, you pick it up.
And he's just starts swinging it around.
It's real.
And
It's light as a
Dammy,
feather.
we gotta go.
hold on, May, hold on. And then he just starts chopping it down onto the ground, like full force.
Temmie, make a perception check.
2. What?
2?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you don't notice. It's real.
Oh. All right. And then he holds it up, like straight up into the air while he's walking out, and it's like, I got a new fucking weapon! And then he runs towards you guys. I'm coming! And he runs towards you guys.
Oh no. Temmie has a lot of scars.
Okay, guys,
this,
we gotta
probably.
go.
And I'm gonna look inside the mailbox and try to stick my head in it.
Okay, yeah, you stick your head in and you can see on the opposite side there's a beautiful grove. You can see what looks to be a little stream kind of trickling down. A very peaceful environment.
I'm gonna try to copy what I saw Corman do, and like just go inside of it.
Okay. You kind of dip your head in and fall in, and you float down almost like a feather, just kind of back and forth, and you land on this soft patch of grass.
Ooh, Octa follow because Tess hold her finger.
You and you both float down. Temmie, you fall down like a rock. You're just kind of
No! Fuck!
What is this?
looking
can I make a
around.
perception check?
You see. Oh, can you go ahead? I'll tell you what you
Okay.
see, but if you want to see something specific, looking around, you see a beautiful grove in front of you. You can see there are 2 pedestals. There's one to the left that appears to have this cylinder handle, and there's another one on the right that appears to have this beautiful, giant orange gem.
Octa will run to the big The big jam. The big jam.
Taz is going to run right in front of her and go, no, 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 don't,
Can I make a
no,
dexterity check to run faster?
You can.
fuck you. I'm gonna try to grapple her.
Roll for attack and roll a dex check. Actually, no. Let's see if she
Ooh.
succeeds the dex check. Go ahead.
7. She got a 7.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, what roll am I doing?
You were doing do another dex check too. See if you get her.
Okay.
You can kind of push her down on the floor with momentum. We'll say.
5.
Akta, you guys, Temmie, you see a fairly hilarious sight and probably one you're very used to as Taz is trying to grab Akta by the legs, and they do succeed, but Akta just kind of keeps walking as Taz is pretty small.
So I witness all this. So I completely witness everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Tammy's gonna be laughing his ass off. Like, oh my god, Taz, what the fuck is trying to grapple her? She's like 10 times your size, mate.
I'm going to cast.
Before you do, Akta,
Okay.
what you see before you see what looks to be this orange gem with this sort of like brilliant sheen to it. Make an investigation check with advantage. You know gems.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Mr. DM. 11.
Well, was that with advantage?
Yes.
I am
Oh,
so
Lord.
sorry. That's actually insane. Looking at this thing, you can see that it looks shiny.
Oh no.
I wonder what this is here for. And her eyes are gonna like scan her left and then her right, and she's gonna wiggle her fingers over the shiny.
So grappling. Is it dexterity or strength?
It's strength.
But they were
It's
running,
strength?
so
Yeah.
you had to catch her, and you didn't even do that.
Uh-huh. Right, yeah. I'm
Well,
going to cast.
would you
So
like to
she's
say
just
anything?
walking right now, right?
No, she's not. She's currently picking it up.
Fucking bitch. Okay, I'm gonna cast bull
Fuck you.
strength. I'm gonna cast bull strength on myself. And I'm gonna run. and try to grapple.
What would you like to say as Octa picks it up?
Me?
Yeah. She succeeded in her check and
I'm
failed her investigation.
I'm going to scream, I don't know!
Why not? Oh, look, it is so shiny and inviting. She's gonna caress it with her finger.
Fair enough. You caress it with your finger and you see these black tendrils like shadows just. You hear a voice in your head. Finally. And you guys see these black tentacles start to just wrap around Octa's hand and encompass her body.
Oh, not shiny anymore.
You see this brilliant gem start to grow, and as it does, it floats into the air as you guys see this horrifying face just kind of emit from this shining orange energy that kind of like depicts these bright orange eyes looking down at the rest of you. You can see Octa at the base of it as it shoots up into the air, and you hear Reginald scream in pain. All of you feel this horrible guttural pain from almost everywhere inside of your body. It's unmistakable, as it almost feels like this cold numbness throughout your entire body. It's like you walked into a freezer and then immediately the temperature dropped another 20 degrees. I'm gonna want all of you, or I'm gonna say all of you do take 22 points of necrotic damage.
So
Oh, that is
the other glass, the other pedestal thing, it's a handle, you said?
It is a handle for a hairbrush.
Birch handle.
Birch.
Yes?
You
Okay.
hear Reginald scream in pain, and you guys feel a tug on your cords. Your lifeline is being pulled.
I'm Ooh. Fuck, what can I do here?
Octa not able to do anything, no?
Like that, you are restrained.
Oh.
But
man.
you guys see the area you're in, the sky becomes gray, the wind becomes cold. You see a small goblin figure looking up at you guys as it just kind of stares. It says, "Well, didn't you learn anything?" And vanishes with the wind.
Um, can Temmie like run over to Okta and like cut the thing off with the axe that he just
Sure.
got?
Go for it.
Okay. What would I be rolling there? I don't know
Make
what
an
kind of
attack
axe it
roll.
is.
Attack roll +3. It's a +3 greatsword.
Attack roll. Okay. Roll. Uh. Wow. Yeah, I got an 8.
That doesn't. Well, yeah, no, that doesn't do it. You just miss Akta. You can see a little bit of her leg where you kind of like cut the boot off. You see the tentacle just kind of move around and start to wrap around the blade. As it does, you see another kind of pillar of this shadowy light go up into Reginald, where you hear his actual scream. The sky no longer is gray, but becomes a dark black. The trees wither almost instantly, and you can feel your lifeline again. Hug.
I'm going to try and run to the other pedestal.
Go for it. Taz, this is a very important check. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I don't have any more spell slots to do that. Fuck, why didn't I enhance my dexterity? 8. It's 8. It's
Taz,
8. I
your
got
little
8.
kobold legs carry you, and you can see the hairbrush handle right in front of you. And as you reach for it, you can see your vision slowly being pulled away as something is pulling you out of this stream because it is deemed unsafe. As you do this,
I'm going to yell, no!
you get pulled back. Temmie, you get pulled back as well. You're still holding onto your great sword. Akta, you get pulled back too. You are freed from whatever kind of binds are holding you, and you all pop back into existence, where you can see on the table there seems to be a gray, lifeless Reginald the male goblin with a corpsman sulking his head over his corpse. And you can see this steady trickle of shadow energy coming from the center of their chest, where their heart slowly beats and then stops. You can see above you all in the house, there seems to be this strange, almost swirl of shadows that moves up with this small orange light. As Corman looks up to you guys and says, this could not have gone worse. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Why am I always killing these fools? Why? This is literally Cedar flashbacks. It's probably the same type of fucking gem too. Same fucking shit. I'm so
No.
mad. Why would you put something shiny in there? He knows my weakness.
Well, to everybody watching, I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be streaming again next Saturday, and I hope you all can make it. Tell your friends about the stream. If you want to support us, please do. We have a lot of stuff that we haven't planned in store for you. Lots of art coming, lots of interaction. I think all of you are really going to enjoy it. But hope you all enjoyed.
Thank you for watching.
And I guess we'll see you all later. Good night.
Good night.